And so the cohort and the tribune and the officers of the Jews took Jesus and tied him up and led him away, first to Annas, for he was the father-in-law of Caiaphas, who was high priest that year. It was Caiaphas who advised the Jews that it was better for one man to perish instead of the people. But Simon Peter was following Jesus, as was another disciple. And that other disciple, that was John, was known to the high priest. He knew him. They might have been kin to him. Don't know. And he entered with Jesus into the high priest's courtyard. The other disciple, not Peter. But Peter stood outside by the door. So the other disciple, who was known to the high priest, went out and spoke to her who kept the door and brought Peter in. Then the servant girl, now we're not told what that other disciple did inside, but he had access to what was going on in the palace. Peter had to stay outside with the servants. Then the servant girl, who was doorkeeper, said to Peter, "Aren't you also one of this man's disciples?" He said, "Not me." No. Now the slaves and officers had made a fire of coals, because it was cold, and were standing around keeping themselves warm, and Peter was standing with them, warming himself too. Then the high priest questioned Jesus about his disciples and about his doctrine. Jesus answered him, "I spoke openly to the world. I taught continually in the synagogue and in the temple where the Jews always come together, and I spoke nothing in secret. Why do you question me? Ask those who heard me what I said to them. Behold, they know the things I said." When he said these things, one of the officers standing by slapped Jesus in the face, saying, "Is that the way you answer the high priest?" Jesus answered him, "If I spoke wrongly, testify about the wrong. But if rightly, why do you hit me?" Annas sent him bound to Caiaphas the high priest. Now, you can forget about justice. They broke their own laws many times in this trial. You can forget about reason. There's not going to be any reason. They hated me without reason. And without reasoning.